Hello. Welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 498. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam. And this is a Tutor episode where we try to teach you something new.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I got my blue belt today.
Exciting.
Yep. It was like, you got to go through, it's a gauntlet. It's like 25 2-minute rounds with fresh dudes. And then you get your promotion. I'm all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I was in survival mode.
Yeah.
For 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I knew it because I'm a little fat and out of shape. I'm about 10 pounds heavy right now because I've been eating like a faggot. I told you guys this last podcast. And as soon as we started, I thought to myself, you got 50 minutes. You need to fucking pace yourself. Mm-hmm. I think it was 45 minutes, but I think it went 50 minutes. Either way. I was like, you need to pace yourself. Mm-hmm. And I was tired. Mm-hmm. I was actually out of strength by the end of it.
Like, were you just pretty much like laying there and be like, just put me in whatever position you want? I'm just a rag doll. Yeah,
so I thought like, because Caitlin's like last round. And in my brain, I'm like, I have enough juice to get up. Like, mm-hmm. I can get up. Mm-hmm. And then I couldn't. And then I tried again. And I will admit, Skylar, mm-hmm. who's a black belt.
Oh, was he your last round?
He was my last round.
Shut up.
So, I mean.
Ooh. So you weren't going to do well anyways?
Yeah. So, like, I was out of energy. I was out of energy, but he was the hardest roll of the day. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh man, it's just because you were tired." And I'm like, "Okay, Skylar."
Yep.
Yeah, but he just kept, every time I'd try to like roll, get on my side to get up to turtle, he would just put me back down on my back, put his knee on my belly, and laugh at me. And I tried like 15 times, and there was just nothing. It was rough. I felt like a victim.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
So I'm all fucked up.
Well, and this is why today's topic is going to be, Shaun doesn't know, perseverance.
Perseverance. Nice.
The definition is the steadfast continued pursuit of a goal or task despite difficulty, delay, or adversity. It is the conscious decision to put in hard work and keep pushing forward when faced with obstacles or the urge to quit. So, Shaun, what made you keep going today?
Oh, dude. That's too easy. You're not. If you're by yourself working out, it's pretty easy to stop. Mm-hmm. When there's 40 other dudes and a lot of them you look up to and some of them you like look up to you, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It never even crossed my mind to quit. Mm-hmm. Not once. Yeah. It's just like, no matter what, I'm just grinding through the shit. Now, was there times where I was dead on my back just trying to survive?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of it. Mm-hmm. But I never gave up.
Right.
I mean, I never thought about quitting.
Right.
Yeah.
So what makes you, just in general, what makes you keep going back to jiu-jitsu? Because it's, especially jiu-jitsu, is not an easy sport.
I'll say 95% camaraderie. Mm-hmm. And then 5% I know I'll hate myself. Because it's a lot of fun. You know, it's a lot of fun.
But there's so many like mornings like you don't get up and you don't go and you're like, man, I feel like trash today now because I didn't get up and do my workout.
Right.
Like you're just disappointed in yourself.
I wouldn't say so many mornings. There's definitely some mornings.
But you haven't been slacking lately.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of time that you were slacking.
Yeah. It was when I was sick.
That's true.
and I didn't want to get the guys sick.
Yeah.
But
That was also different.
what?
I think like it was towards the end of last summer. I think we're having a rough time with Lily, and you missed it.
Oh yeah, there was a
couple
few
more.
nights where we didn't sleep worth a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so that doesn't matter.
It sucks getting up at 5 a.m. and having to drive 20 minutes to the gym sucks. And almost every morning I wake up and I go, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I would say I do 2 sessions a week in the morning. I would say one of them, I wake up and I go, just message into the group an excuse. Just message in an excuse. And then I'll like I'll just like pace. I'll just pace around the house. I'll like go outside and pace. And I'm like, just send a message. You can just send. I'm like, don't be a pussy. Just send them. Don't be a pussy. And I'll just walk around and I'll just fucking do some Wim Hof breathing. And I'll like just fucking get in the car and start driving. Cause I'm like, I've got to fucking leave the house. If I don't fucking leave the house, I'm going back to bed.
That's what in Atomic Habits. One of the things he says to like start a new habit, like he says like if you want to go to the gym, like just do the first step, right? So he says like just get used to the first step and then that becomes a habit. So
Right.
like he says for going to the gym, like putting on your workout outfit, like your workout attire. And he's like that's one step. And he's like you don't have to leave. But in your mind you're like, well, I'm already dressed. I might as well go.
Right.
And then he says like so let's say you make that a habit of just getting dressed. And then you're like, okay, now I'm dressed. And so then you start doing the second step, which is driving to the gym. Well, then you're at the gym. What are you going to do? Just sit in your car and scroll on your phone? No, you're going to go into the gym. Because otherwise people are going to see you sitting in your car looking like a piece of shit. And you're just like, I could be in there making myself better.
Right. Yep.
So that is smart that you like do that step of just driving to the gym. Because
I just like
not
that-
many people pull in at 6 a.m. at the gym. So if people see your car there, they're going to be like, okay, why is that piece of shit not coming in?
Well, and yeah. It's you just got to get up and get in your car. You just got to get the fuck in the car and you got to start driving. It's miserable. But then once you're there, it's so much fun hanging out with the boys in the morning. Like it's the best.
So we'll go back to why I'm kind of interviewing Shaun is Shaun is probably one of he perseveres more than anyone else I know.
No, dude, I fucking suck.
But like in challenging things, you push.
Yeah, in a challenge, I typically push through.
So we talked about this the other day. When you were in like high school and college lifting, you could just push yourself further. What things went through your like head mentally to do that?
Well, it started out I didn't want to have man titties because I was fat. I got made fun of a lot for being fat. So then I was like,
Just a little snippet for you guys. His nickname in middle school was Santa.
yeah,
I just had to throw that in
thank
there.
you. And so, I was like, I gotta not be fat. And so I got to the gym and I lifted for the first week. And the coach was like, am I going to see you back next week? And I was like, I think I'll be here forever. And he just laughed and was like, we'll see if you're here next week. And then like 4 years later, I was still there. And like, I still go, not to the gym, not to the high school gym, but I still go. It was fun, it was fun. And I liked, it's the same thing as camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's all this camaraderie. And then once you start training hard, like, you get off on the challenge. Like some people don't, but like my whole life, the harder it gets, the more like turned on I get. I'm like, let's fucking go. The more like your dick's driven into the dirt, it's like, oh, keep fucking pushing. So
I think that's a male thing.
it's definitely a male thing. Joe Rogan actually talked about that. There was a fighter, Wei Lee, I think. And he's like, she trains like a man. And he's like, not that women train bad. He's like, but she's so intense. And it sounds like she's trying to kill someone. Mm-hmm. And Brendan Schwab's like, Joe, she might be trying to kill someone. But yeah, they were talking about how like men just train with such intensity. And it's definitely true. Like it is, it whenever it gets tough, like especially on like max effort days, you know, you want to get as many reps as possible with a heavy weight. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times did I need to get at least 3 and I ripped 10, mm-hmm. you know, and it's just like screaming and grunting and the boys are around. Mm. And really all you're doing is trying to show off.
Do you want to know when I feel like yes, I can physically in my mind see a difference in Shaun when he's lifting with his guy friends versus when he's not. Because I remember there was a time that like your average squat, like not 315, maybe it was 425.
When?
You were trying to do it at 3D once, and you're just like, I haven't done this in like a couple of years, and you're like, I'm going to do it.
I tried squatting 455.
But none of your guy friends were there. It was the bodybuilder, Buff Asian.
Yep.
So none of Shaun's guy friends were there. It was just me, Buff Asian, and Shaun tried and failed. And like... Failed hard.
Yeah, just...
But I know, like, even if your brother Kyle would have been there... It would have been a lot closer of an attempt.
Yeah.
But there's so many times, like, I have so many videos on my phone of Shaun lifting. And, like, when all of the boys are there, he's just fucking dumb. Like, he's like, I'm just going to try and get 3. And then he fucking rips out 10. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to try for 3. And it's just so funny, like, especially with men, like, that camaraderie. Or just, like, the competition, yeah, is just so imperative for them. And I think that's why, like, no offense to women, none at all, but like that is so important for like men to be business owners or like men to be like just competing with each other at all times because it naturally makes you want to better yourself in whatever thing you're trying to go for. Even in like some ways, this may sound weird, but even in some ways, like of being the better dad. Like, I'm not saying like you in general, but like I've definitely seen with men like talking about like what they do with their kids.
Yeah, dude, that ain't me even a little bit. But that is so true, dude. I see dads trying to out-dad themselves or out-dad other dads, and then there's dudes, you know, like you got the fucking dads who like try to be the best grill masters, try to have the best lawn. Yeah, that's the dads that are just trying to have the best lawn in the neighborhood or the best fucking Christmas decorations in the neighborhood. Yep. It's just dudes trying to beat other dudes. That's all it is.
Yep. And so I think it's a very important thing, and this is where I'm going with this, is we just talked about it, how it's a skill you have to kind of gain. So like Shaun has even said, he's just like, I can't push myself as hard as I used to because you're out of practice of it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm out of practice. So yeah, I'm out of practice of it, and I don't train with anyone. I train by myself, or I train with you.
Yep. And no offense, me and Brooke.
It's not there.
It's not the same.
It's not even...
Maybe a little bit when Shaun and I started dating, and he was like maybe trying to impress me. But no, it's not even.
And I've been out of practice because I haven't trained like that.
And even in like other ways,
in
like
a couple years,
I think you can still have that skill in other hobbies that you have, but you haven't really needed to, right? Like we don't really try to compete like businessmen to businessmen with anyone. We don't really try to compete in parenting. I don't know.
Right.
Like the only time that you would be like trying to push your perseverance level is at jiu-jitsu, but you've been going to morning classes, so you haven't been.
Right. Yep.
So I think it's a very important skill that you have to keep working at throughout your life. And like you can lose it. I mean, definitely over time you can lose it if you're not still practicing it. Another thing that I think is like very important about this is women are obviously going to be different than men. Like, we're not going to be like, oh, let me see how much weight I can lift and impress my friends. Like, I think for women, like, perseverance is kind of maybe more like putting order to the chaos. Does that make sense? Am I crazy?
I don't know where you're going with it.
Just like, so men, it's like pushing the bounds, like pushing like the physical and mental bounds. But like women, obviously, yes, should be doing that as well too. But I think another form of perseverance is like family life and work life and everything is very chaotic. So I think getting that organized is another like form of perseverance, like that women should be mastering. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did I explain that really weird?
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that better or no?
Say it again.
No, my goodness.
I need a refresh.
Shaun's just out of it. I shouldn't have challenged him with something so hard.
Dying.
You are mentally. So I just think another form that like women used to like have this mastered, but we've really lost, is putting like structure and order to chaos. So you have to think like families were like 10, 11 kids.
Yeah, I know this makes sense. You can stop. Yeah, women persevere through like keeping a household and kids alive and a husband fed.
Just putting order to the chaos and like not feeling overwhelmed by it.
Right.
So like,
and how's that going for you?
Me, terrible.
Okay. Just checking.
It's actually a question I kind of, I think I'm going to ask Andy to see like what he says.
Sure.
It might actually be a good question for Tom too.
Yeah, it would be.
I know it's a skill that like we've lost through generations because like we've had less kids, but we've thrown in jobs now. But I just think it's a skill we've lost because people used to have so many kids, and women still cooked for their families, tended to farms, sometimes had like their family jobs, like maybe a bakery or whatever, and like they just seem so calm. Like whenever we talk to like anyone elderly, like they just didn't seem overwhelmed by it. And maybe they were, and they just like forgot about it years down the road. I don't know. But I do know too, like with your dad and his siblings, like the older kids kind of took care of the younger kids, and I think that helped a lot with the chaos. But that could only happen after so long, you know?
No, I do. Yeah, I think part of it is I think we're just, everybody's got anxiety now because of like phones, distractions, environment, food. So it's super easy to just be anxious. And so it's so hard to find the calm in the day-to-day shit where people before, it was just like life and it was easy. Now you have so many distractions and terrible environment, food, shit like that, that really makes you anxious and can't feel like you're getting a hold on anything.
But so, yeah, I think it's something as a whole we need to work on to push the bounds, push your mental level, and push the chaos away. We as a generation, like we talk so many times, are just kind of pussies now. We're weak. We're very weak. And so if we don't start having people coming back from that weakness and coming back stronger, society's not going to survive. There's already a concern about that already. I mean, men are very weak. So weak they're turning to women.
Pussies, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think it's something that you should think about of like, how do you push yourself further? Because I know like already in the past year, like when I go work out, like there's so many times where I'm just like, oh, I'm just so tired. Like I just want to stop. But I stop myself and most of the time Lily's working out with me, and I'm just like, no, like I gotta keep working out for Lily. Like if I give up early now, like she's gonna think that's okay to give up.
Right.
So I push myself to show her that she can push herself too.
Right.
Because any skill that I can teach her or have her just observe from such a young age is gonna help her so much down the road.
Right.
And that's like one thing also with the chaos thing was, who was it? Was it Jocko that said, you're letting a little child control your emotions? Mm-hmm. That really is like hit me hard. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, why is this little thing affecting my emotions? Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, rational detachment.
Right. Like, I'm supposed to be the adult and I'm supposed to show them how to react and have emotions.
And then you're reacting terribly.
Yep.
I'm fucking guilty of that.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just, as a whole, we need to start bettering ourselves for the future generations. And if you have kids, or even like animals, I would say, it's really good now for you to start gaining that skill of persevering and pushing and doing better for yourself. So then you can be there in the future for those future generations.
All right.
Sean's going to go on his rant finally.
Here's the deal. Okay. This is easy. I learned this early on, and then I've listened to Andy Frisella for years talk about it. It's all about like little things. And the more little disciplines you can stack, the better your discipline grows. It's like, how do you work on patience? You do things that take patience. Mm-hmm. So how do you work on your discipline? You do things that take discipline. And you slowly just fucking stack, all these disciplines, which just makes you more fucking disciplined and dialed. I remember, so I would like not miss a workout. I had to work out 5 days a week, didn't matter, so I just like, boom, did that. But then it was like, I don't spend money on fast food. Mm-hmm. So I just wouldn't spend money on fast food. I don't spend money on coffee. I just wouldn't spend money on coffee. So I'd always make coffee at home, and I wouldn't buy energy drinks out. And so it's just another discipline, right? And I just added all these little disciplines until I was so fucking dialed, I could just be presented with cookies, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't need those. Mm. Like, literally, I remember when I was 19, I was so fucking dialed. They brought in like a bunch of cookies and shit, and I just saw them, and I was like, cool. At work, brought in a bunch. I was like, whatever. Didn't have a single one. Mm-hmm. People were like, what? I'm like, fuck, I want that for, And it's just like, it wasn't even like, should I have that? I was just like, I ain't eating that shit. Just dialed.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was fucking in the, I think it was at AIT, because at basic training I got fat and I did split up. So when I went back for AIT, like, I didn't eat fucking the bread. I traded all of my like candy and shit for like peanut butter or protein bars. Like, I just like, I just didn't do all that shit because it was like little disciplines that just dialed me. And so, dude, that's all it takes, right? To perseverance now for me is like, perseverance at work is for the team, team and the customers. Perseverance at jiu-jitsu is for the fucking boys. And so that I don't kill myself because I fucking have too many regrets. I'm not persevering at lifting right now. So thank God for jiu-jitsu, or I'd be a faggot. I'm pretty gay. But anyways, so all like, that's why I persevere in those things, right? But outside of that, like, your disciplines is what brings on the perseverance. So it's really about just taking like the first little discipline hurdle. So maybe it's waking up on your first alarm and not hitting snooze. So like, bam, first alarm, you wake up, you don't hit snooze. Mm-hmm. you make your bed. Or for me, it's like I wake up and the first thing I do is I walk the fuck outside. Like I just got, like I wake up, first alarm, and I just walk outside with my robe on. To just breathe fresh air. Because I just gotta get the fuck, I just can't be in the house because I'll just go back to bed. And so like it's the little disciplines like that. One of my disciplines, we haven't slept with our phone in our room in years because I'll just fucking lay on it before bed, or my alarm will go off and I'll hit snooze. And now that fucking alarm's in the kitchen and I got to get my ass up to go turn that off so that Lily doesn't wake up. And then I just walk right outside. And so it's like all these little disciplines. It's like not eating after a certain time. So like before, I used to not eat after 6:30 p.m., you know, and I wouldn't eat before 10 a.m. You know, it's just like things you can do, and you just implement one, and then you add on to that discipline, then you add another discipline, then you add another discipline. And as long as they're not things that take a lot of time, you can just keep stacking them. You know what I'm saying? You can't like get up at the first alarm, go do breath work, read your fucking book, read your Bible, do fucking a cold plunge and a sauna, and then work out. You know, you can't like do shit that takes a lot of time, but you can do disciplines like you fucking making your eating window smaller. Saying like no to gluten. You know, it's like I'm done eating gluten. No to processed like processed whatever. So like today I like made it a decision, like I didn't like, there was like scotcheroo, there was like the festival scotcheroos and shit, and I only took like the handmade like, you know, whipped apple fucking whipped cream thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I just like tried to take the homemade version
versus the store bought.
Exactly. So it's just like little disciplines like that you can put into place. Like, okay, I don't eat bread anymore. I only eat rice and potatoes. Okay, cool. You know, you add those little things, and you bring your, like, by every little decision you make, you just slowly increase your discipline level, which will only help you persevere more in times of struggle, because you're like, well, I already fucking don't drink soda. I fucking only eat during an 8-hour window. I don't eat any bullshit. You know, and you know, you've proven to yourself that you can do the things, and you don't lie to yourself. You do the things you set out to do, and you can just fucking persevere.
Yeah. I think it's a good lesson.
But the problem is, dude, and I'm guilty, don't fucking...
Shaun's listening to the little devil on his shoulder.
It's too fucking easy to let one slip. And then, boy, it's a bad slippery slope. Like, I reached a point in 2024 where I was the most dialed I'd ever been. Like, everything was fucking dialed. And the first thing I let slip was my diet. I let my diet slip a little bit. And then after a couple months, my cold shower slipped. And then my fucking reading 10 pages a day slipped. And like, it slowly cascaded down until I was like, not training 5 days a week, no more cold showers, not reading 10 pages of a development book every day, you know, not eating within my fucking structure, you know. And I went from like 193, shred house, feeling amazing, looking like a fucking unit, to fucking fat, gay, weak, you know, like all the fucking things, just the definition of a fucking loser. Just because I let one thing slip. I just got a little lax on my diet, and it just fucking took the house down.
Yeah. Which kind of counteracts a little bit of what we said on Friday about how if you're very disciplined, you can have one cheat meal and it not affect you. It won't physically affect you, but you have to make sure you
only
mentally
do one.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the issue. Like, even when I was super dialed, I would still occasionally have a fucking piece of cake or whatever, but it would only be one.
Yeah.
And I'd be back on my shit that next day. You know, like that next whatever, it'd be like, oh, I had one cheat snack. Mm-hmm. I'm back on.
And then you know you have to mentally persevere to not keep having more.
Exactly. But now, dude, it's like, you know, once you start letting it go down, it becomes an issue.
I will say along with this too, one of the biggest things which Shaun pointed out is like having the camaraderie. So having a group of people to keep you accountable.
That helps so much in literally everything.
So much. And one of the like in 2024 when Shaun and I were both at our fittest, two things happened. We cut out a lot of food that we were supposedly allergic to. So we were eating very plain food. Because that was when we started
Basic food.
Yeah, our holistic journey. And so him and I were keeping each other accountable. Like,
right. We wouldn't eat shit.
There's
literally like no process to anything.
So if one of us failed, we both failed. So we knew like, nope, like we're going to keep going. And then we did 75 hard with a group of people.
That was 2023, babe.
2023? It wasn't the same time?
No. That was a year after.
You're right.
Yeah. It's crazy because like we were more dialed than during 75 hard. At least I was by a lot.
Dialed during 75 hard?
I was a lot more dialed the year after 75 hard than the year of 75 hard.
I was the year of 75 hard.
Yeah, you were a lot better then, but I was way better 2024.
Mm-hmm.
That was well, like, you know, I had my disciplines and shit during 75 hard, but dude, I was fucking not even the same human being the following
you're right,
year. I was fucking on.
When we started a holistic journey, it was right when I got pregnant. Yep.
Yeah, I was fucking in it.
But so anyway, so the year before we did 75 hard, and that was it wasn't easy, obviously, but like it was a lot easier mentally because we had a group of 10 people that were also doing it with us.
Right.
And so we didn't want to let them down. We didn't want to let each other down, and we just kept going. The other crazy thing is, how many days did you do push-ups in a row?
360.
All because of a stupid competition.
Yeah. I gave up. Well, I shouldn't say I decided to quit because it was causing me a ton of neck pain. Like sheer neck pains. And I knew I was 5 days out, and I was like, oh, I could easily push it to a year. But I was like, I didn't even set a year goal. I was just gonna go until I wanted to quit, and I was like, so I just quit because I was having a lot of issues.
Yeah, but
I still am not recovered from that, and it's been like, I think I was done around October,
Well, no, it was right before Thanksgiving that you guys started, so it was in the middle of November.
So middle of November, dude, I'm still fucked up from it. So yeah, guys, you might think body weight's the way. It fucking ain't, dude. That fucked me up bad.
What was it? 50 push-ups, 100 push-ups.
50 push-ups a day, and then I did.
Then we started doing squats and sit-ups.
I started doing 50 squats a day, and then I was doing back row was 50 of those a day with the band. Fucking. Eesh.
Yeah. But so that all started because of an office bet.
Yeah.
So it just really goes to show when you have a good group of people that are pushing each other, how far you can take it.
Absolutely.
So in anything that you want to like push yourself harder in, I highly suggest finding a group of people to keep you accountable. And I think it's really hard with these like online groups. Operator Standard has a whole socials section where you can be in groups or crews, be in groups and keep each other accountable. It's just like it's just so hard when I don't know them.
Yeah, it does nothing for me, dude. Honestly, that shit's cool, and I know fucking people like being online. I talked to my buddy Ben, dude. I fucking love Andy. I love Operator Standard shit, but dude, for me, honestly, I was fucking better off when I just did it on my own.
Yeah. So if you want to persevere, I highly suggest finding not just one person, but a handful of people that want to persevere as well.
I'll tell you what, dude. Operator Standard, if everybody at the office and our friends also had it,
And then you had to share your thing every night.
Oh, I would fucking destroy. Oh, you'd catch me up at fucking midnight making sure I got my shit done. You know, like if it was accountable to get my fucking XP, like my points, based on like the group of folks, I'd be fucking crushing. But when fucking Rogan talks about that, they used to do Sober October.
Yeah.
And they would do a challenge, and one of them was like, however many hours like they were in zone 2 cardio or whatever, and they got out of hand. They were doing 8 hours plus a day of like zone 2 cardio.
Dang, just because they kept competing with each other and like one-upping?
Exactly. Yeah, they were like oh my gosh, so and so got 4 hours of zone 2 cardio, and so the next day Rogan did like 10 hours. He's just like, I ain't letting these motherfuckers win, dude. And then Bert Kreischer, Fat Bert's like 10 hours, do 12. You know what I'm saying? Like they just like the nastiest shit ever. But it's just like the competition. And so it's like if you've got a group of guys or, you know, a group of people willing to do it, dude, I think that's the fastest way to like progress. Is with a group of guys like competing against each other. Like who can do this better, whatever.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's why like I think like I wish I could be that way. I really do wish. But I don't have testosterone in my body. It just doesn't do it for me.
That's
like,
not true.
I know I have a tiny bit of testosterone.
You're telling me
I don't get off the way you do.
Well, of course you don't like me. I'm retarded. But you're telling me it don't make you feel good when you are like, fuck yeah, dude, I've been working out and look at that fat bitch. I fucking look good.
I mean, yeah.
That makes you feel fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
So if you're fucking got 5 other chicks, right? And you're in that group of 5 and you're the worst looking one out of them, you're not going to be like, all right, dude, fuck this bitch.
Okay, but I'm more talking about in the fact of like, when you're like, I bet you can't do that, and then you're like, bet you I can.
That's just retarded guys. I'm talking.
That's what I'm saying, is I'm not a man, and that doesn't happen.
You shouldn't have that, because then it builds fucking, it's how guys get hurt and injured and die, because they do stupid shit.
Yeah.
But chicks, like, this is relevant to anybody with any level of, no.
Self-worth.
No. This I believe is everybody.
Okay, how long of a tangent is this going to be?
1 minute. I believe it's everybody. I just believe some people have become so desensitized and have gotten such low self-confidence that they don't that they claim it doesn't affect them. It's the same tangent. It is the same parable comparison as this. You see someone driving a brand new like fucking pickup, right? Like a brand new pickup. You're like, oh, look at that faggot, dude. Or, you know, like, bet you he's got a small dick or whatever. And it's like, hey, motherfucker, you're jealous that he's got a new pickup and you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with like anybody. I think anybody across the board, if you're in a group of 5 people and you're the fattest, ugliest one, you're probably like, there's no fucking way. There's not a thought in your mind ever of going, fuck Susie, I'm going to fucking beat that bitch. I'm not going to be last anymore. There's no fucking way it doesn't cross through every single, or you'll go like, oh, Susie's a little fucking bitch. All she does is work out. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking way you can't tell me that doesn't go through everybody's mind no matter what.
Yeah, probably.
So then it's like, that's your edge. That's what you got to lean into. You got to make Susie look like a fat bitch, dude. Anyways.
Cool.
That's perseverance.
Perseverance. Well, push hard. Find your group to keep you accountable. And, yeah, let's make the world better.
Gang, catch you on the next one.
See ya.